Is it going? Okay, so I want to show you how to do these same problems a little different way. I know that some of you have probably seen it done this way, but basically we're doing the same thing. We're moving stuff around, trying to get C all by itself. So personally, I like all the letters on this side and the numbers on that side. Raise your hand if you like it that way too. You can do it the other way. You can put the letters, the variables on that side, the numbers on this side. It means the same thing. But I just like to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this 7 by putting a -7 on both sides. And I want you to draw that line when you do that. And then this sort of zaps out or turns into, what really happens is it ends up being 0, and then we don't have to write it because, you know, 0 is insignificant as far as adding. Anything plus 0 is just whatever it is. So then we add this, and I didn't write the -7 under the 10C because they're not like terms, so I wrote it off to the side. Raise your hand if you've seen it done that way in the past. It's a very common way. I've done it this way, I've done it the other way, I've probably even done it more ways than just that. So now, I want to move this 10 with a -10. So since 10 has a C attached to it, it's a like term with that, so I'm going to write it right underneath. This zaps out, this becomes -14C, and the 7's still there. And now, we're going to divide by 14, -14. And this is kind of an important moment for me, because doing this, you know, when you write this way, you have to understand you're adding a positive. We didn't have a positive written by that 7, but there's really a positive. +7 and a -7 make a 0. You have to understand that you're adding, and that's why I want you to draw this big line like you do when you're adding numbers. So it works down, and then at this moment, it's really important that you put a fraction bar to indicate that you're dividing. You guys see how that's a possible mistake that you could be making? You know, making this look like you're dividing or something when you're really adding. Which is partly why I was hesitant to show this, and I showed the other way first. But anyways, you divide by this, and this is essentially just a really big, I'm trying to encourage my students to make a really big, like dark 1, at least just for now, so they can understand that that -14 over -14 is like a big 1 times the C, and 1 times C is just C, so we can just write the C now. And then negative and a negative makes a positive, so it's just a positive. Reduce this fraction by dividing the top and bottom by the same amount. You get 1/2. And we don't need the positive sign if it's just positive, so C equals 1/2. Raise your hand if you prefer doing it this way. Today, on today's assignment, I want you to do them all this way, and then after that you can choose. Like when we have our quiz, I'll just let you pick whichever way as long as you do it right. So that's another way to do these types of problems.